Hey guys, it's Deb here with Creative Life, and today y'all we're going to be doing something super spooky, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay y'all, so y'all already know that we're doing a spooky inspirational YouTube hub, okay? And I am doing this tutorial separately from the share video, okay? But I wanted to share with you these beautiful wings that I bought over at Creative Embellishments. I think I bought them last year, and I'm not sure if they still have them in their store, but if they do, I will definitely leave the link down below for you. And then to go with this is a little skull head, okay? And I think I got this at probably Hobby Lobby, or not Hobby Lobby. I probably got it from like, one of the craft stores, or I might have picked it up over at Walmart. I don't remember. But I keep wiggling it around like it's talking to you guys. so, so anyway, I wanted to share with you how I'm going to do this process, and I think it was super cool. I found it over on Pinterest, and when I saw it, I just had to give it a try, you guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to be using a few different things to create the wings. Now, if you wanted to do them pink, you could definitely do them pink, paint them a pink or whatever, white, whatever you want to do. Now for this, I'm going to be using the Nouveau chalk mousse that I got. I'm going to be doing a bit of blue, metallic blue, and this is Nouveau, it's embellishment mousse. I'm hoping that it works. I've never used these before, you guys, and I try to do mixed media, and I just do things on a whim. I don't really, I just do it for fun. So so if I mess up or I'm doing something wrong, I apologize. I just kind of, like I said, I just do it on a whim. And then I'm going to be using either some black gesso, or I'm going to be using this Bo Bunny licorice pearl essence, okay? And then I'm going to be kind of like wanting a like grayish type of black kind of thing going on. So so those are what I'm going to be using. Now, of course, you can use whatever you have on hand. You don't need to use Nouveau. You can use regular, probably chalk paint that you get over at Michael's or wherever. You can use whatever you have on hand. Those are just the things that I have on hand, so that's what I'm going to be using. Again, the wings are a wood cut out, laser cut, and these are from like I said, from Creative Embellishments. And I'm going to need to poke a hole in here, I think, okay, in the skull, so I can put the skull in between the wings like this, okay? So that's what it's supposed to look like. Now, whether it looks like that after I'm done is another story. So that's what my goal is. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'll probably go ahead and paint, and I'm going to fast forward through things. If I need to, I will do a voiceover, and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm so excited, you guys. Okay, so this is where I started with the mousse, the Nouveau mousse that I was using on the wings, and it was spreading, but it wasn't going on like I wanted it to. And so I switched to my fingers because I thought, well, maybe I could put it on a little bit better than with the sponge brush, but it started getting stuck in the holes, and I was getting the X-Acto knife and trying to get the mousse out of the holes in the wings. So I decided not to use that any longer and switched over to gesso, and I'm going to have that up in just a minute. So here I switched over to the gesso, and I think this went on a lot smoother. The one thing that I do want to say, just as a tip, I would definitely use a flat sponge. So the head kind of is flat, and it looks like a round little ball on top, and it has a flat edge on the bottom. It just looks, it goes on a lot better than using the brush type of sponge. So you know, I would definitely get those if you're going to do something like this. Dabbing it on top of the wood just makes it look a lot better and even coated. So I did do 2 coats on both of the wings. So I sat one aside, did the other one, and then went back and did a second coat on each one. Okay, you guys, so I put 2 coats of the gesso on the wood wings, and now I'm just grabbing, I went ahead and put some, used some of the gesso that was in my little plate and placed some of the black pearl essence in there on top of it, and I'm going to mix all that up. And then what I'm doing now is I am using the embellishment mousse, and I'm just kind of, you know, feathering it out onto the wooden wings. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix this up real quick. What I want is more like a gray, so that's why I decided to go ahead and just mix up the gesso with the black. And since I didn't have any gray paint, I thought this would work. And here's where I'm adding a little bit more gesso to the black to make it more gray. You can definitely add more black if you'd like to get the consistency of gray that you would like for your wings. Okay, so now there's that. And now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to finish feathering out the blue on the wood. And I'm just grabbing the flat sponge that I have, and I'm just feathering it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the gray, okay, and I'm actually going to feather that on a little bit on top of the blue. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring it in just a bit more so y'all can see how I do this. So just going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of feather it. I don't know if I'm going to bring it up. I might. I don't know. I might just leave this here and just the tips. And I'm going to grab my finger and I'm going to just kind of blend it in if I can. I can grab some of that blue and kind of sweep it over the gray. So as you know, I was brushing the gray on and I was trying to blend it in with the blue. I didn't really care for how the brush was blending it, so I went ahead and just grabbed my fingers, y'all. I'm a finger person. I gotta like finger paint. So I went ahead and tried to blend it in with the blue, and then here in a minute I'll grab the blue little sponge and I use the embellishment mousse, the blue embellishment mousse, to go ahead and blend into the gray. I just kept doing that until I achieved the look that I was going for. Okay, so there is that. So I'm hoping that this turns out okay, you guys. I'm like I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. So I'm just getting my ends right here, and I'm actually going to, I think on the tips of these wings, I'm going to put black on here. So yeah, I think that's going to look really super cool. So I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of this gray here, okay, and I'm going to kind of go just a little bit like in through there, okay, and I'm just going to kind of wiggle that in and around sporadically through the blue, okay. And here I'm just using my dauber sponge, and I'm getting the blue on there and just blending the blue and the gray together. Alrighty, so that is, I'm going to zoom out, okay, so you can see the whole effect of this. So there we go. And again, I'm just going to grab my finger, just kind of roughly go over that. Alright, just like that, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's turning out so cool. I like the contrast between the white, the blue, and the gray. And I think the black is going to add a lot of dramatic effect to this. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to put like a dot here, okay, on each one. And I'm just going to grab my finger and kind of blend it upward into the gray. I think that is looking so good, you guys. Oh wow. So this here, whoop, it's a little bit much. I think it's looking really good. And you're just going to keep doing that all the way around the little feathers here on the ends. If you need to, you can definitely grab your little sponge, and that will help clear some of that dramatic away from that. But I think it looks so good, you guys. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. A little bit here and there. I'm just adding it. I know I'm a little bit, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm tilting it up so I can see what I'm doing too. So yes, oh my gosh, that just adds like the right touch, you guys. So and I'm just adding a little bit more where I feel like it needs to be a little bit more, bold here and there. And you just do, there's no right and wrong when you're playing with this stuff. Just do what you feel. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add a little bit more down here. I think that looks perfect, you guys. Now I'm not quite sure if I want to add black in through here. If I do, I think I would prefer to, get another dish and kind of just place this on here very lightly. So let me find, you know what? Let me find a scratch piece of paper. And, or you know what? We'll just do it this way. I think I'm going to go ahead and just put it like a little bit on the inside ones. Let's see here if that'll work. That'll give some of those a little bit more drama, add a little bit more of a dramatic effect to that, maybe. And I think for here, I'm just going to do like some little, maybe some little drops. Grab that and pull it out, and then pull it back in. So that adds a little bit of a dramatic effect to that right there. And I'm just gonna so you can a little bit see the black. It's not very prevalent, but it's a little bit there, y'all. So I'm just gonna kind of pull that back in a little bit. And then I'm going to add a little bit more blue in through here. Just like that. Here we go, guys. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. It looks so cool. Just going to grab a little bit more gray paint through here. All right, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the other one now. I'm pretty happy with the way that this one looks, and so I'm going to do the other one, and then hopefully it'll turn out the same. I don't know, but we will see. There may be a slight difference, but yeah, this turned out pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with this, you guys. It looks really super cool. So anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and blend in some more blue around the wings and some of the gray. So I was adding in both the gray and the blue just to make it more dramatic and the blue more visible. So I went ahead and did that before I started the other wing, and I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I have both of them, both of the wings are finished now. And now what I'm going to do is I just kind of gauged where I thought I would need to poke the hole through the skull, and I think it needs to be about like right in the middle here. I was going to start here, but I think it needs to be up a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring that up right in through here, just using my little X-Acto knife. I mean, you can use a drill if you want. And then I'm just going to go ahead and poke that right there. So I'm just making a hole right on the side. And I'm using actually a pipe cleaner. So I'm going to try to use this, the pipe cleaner, so that way I can wrap it around the wings and kind of tie it, twist it in the back. So from here I'm going to just make another hole about right here, I think. Okay. Again, I'm just twisting it with my knife. You could probably use a drill if you wanted to, but I don't feel like going in the garage. And this works fine too. So next we're gonna poke that through there. Okay, and I'm gonna try to grab it on this other side here. So hopefully I can try to find that little, and I might have to make the hole a little bit bigger. So I'm just gonna dig that out like that, and there we go. And I'm just gonna have to get my scissors, and I'm just gonna poke this hole a little bit bigger so I can see, and there is the pipe cleaner. I can see it. I'm going to cut this away. Okay. And if I have to, I'll get, oh, there it is right there. Okay. And here is where you can grab maybe some little tweezers, grab it and pull it through. Okay, so now we've got this, okay? And then see these holes right here, okay, on the wings? We're going to poke the pipe cleaner through there and then twist it in the back so it'll tie, hopefully. So that is the plan. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be right back. Okay, so at this point I decided to go ahead and add some chunky glitter glass from Renee Bouquets. And what I did is I just put the glue right here, like on the ends of it. This is kind of messy, but just kind of like this, and just kind of not throughout the whole area, but just a little bit at the ends, just like this. Okay. Oops. just like that. So once it dries, it will actually dry clear. So it will look like this. Okay? So that's how it's going to look at the ends. I think it's going to be a really great embellishment. I think it's going to make it pop. I might go ahead and add a little bit of drops in through here. Just a little bit of a scallop. Just kind of like that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and hopefully that'll just add a little bit of something to right in through here. Okay. I've only got a little bit left, so I'm trying to grab everything I can. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add the glue to the other wing in the middle part. And basically I just did like around the blue area, like between the blue and the white areas. So, and then added the chunky glitter to that. Okay, and then after we add our glitter on here, we're just going to go ahead and set those aside to dry. Okay, you guys, so there is my finished project. Oh my gosh, I think it turned out so cool. And I put a little, like a little bundle of flowers around the top of his skull. It needed something and I didn't have, I looked for a little crown and I couldn't find one that was small enough. So I just did some flowers and I did put some little, I put some sparkles in there, some chunky and fine glitter all over the flowers so they kind of shine a little bit. And then on the back here, once I went ahead and placed the pipe cleaner through the skull, I placed it through the holes from into to go to the back of the wings. And then what I did is I went ahead and looped it and then tied it back here. So actually this will be like a hanger, so you can just, you know, hang that up on a wall. So I think that that is so cool, you guys. It turned out so stinking cool. I hope that you guys enjoyed this project. I hope you guys give it a try. It was not hard at all, and I want to tell you it took me maybe an hour or maybe a couple of hours just from start to finish. So really didn't really have to do anything but just paint the wings and do the flowers around the top of the skull head and place on the glitter on the wings, and that was it. So I really think that this took me about an hour to do from start to finish, maybe an hour and a half at the longest, and that's in between letting it dry for here and there for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But it was so fun. I had so much fun. I'm so glad it turned out cool. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you soon. All the links will be down below. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. So down in the left hand corner I have another fun crafty video for you, and don't forget to hit that bell for notifications on future events coming up.